Hello everybody, it's Christian Players here, and today we are having a look at the Legend of Spyro Eternal 92nd installment in the Spyro franchise. Well, the Legend of Spyro at least, but this game is very close to my heart because this is the first game I have ever played in my life. Played it when I was about 6 years old, I think. I remember all of it, obviously. But yes, I played this when I was 6, and it was revolutionary because I've never seen anything like this before. Seeing a mighty dragon that's purple, like flowing breaths and ice. Lots of people hated this one, and I can't see why, because I have played it recently and I did kind of get bored of it. But it was just because I played it so young, I thought it was fantastic. That's why I really like this. And also, before we start, I made a giant mistake last video. I said this was made by Activision, but it's actually not. It's made by Chronic Studios and Sierra Entertainment. Sorry for that, guys. Just made a mistake. But anyways, let's look at the Legend of Spyro Eternal Night and see how well it's held up over the past 9 years since I played it. Let's go.
My master returns.
We're too late.
And our story begins right where it left off at the end of Legend of Spyro A New Beginning. We defeated Cinder and peace has been restored. Well, kind of. One thing to say, I actually like this game's cutscenes. They're very dynamic and very creative, to be honest. But
She is just like me.
and Spock's has a different voice actor this time. Even though when that scene happened last game is exactly the same voice actor. They could have just recycled the last scene from the last game, but for some reason, they didn't. And I really don't know why. Don't ask.
She was being used by the Dark Master. Now we can go.
And so the game begins. Right where we left off at the end of the game. Well, the last one,
Hey,
at
Spyro,
least.
some night, huh? Beautiful.
What is it you want, Sparks?
Basically the same
Right away,
graphics and not that bad, I will be honest. Then we find out that Cinder has actually creeped out of the temple and out into the swamp garden.
She gives me the creeps, dude.
And then once again, it's Spyro's job to go after her. Jesus, this guy ever get a break? And once again, all the Guardians are back, safe and sound. Right after that, we get a quick tutorial on how the game works. Well, I've played the last game, obviously. Also, this footage is by the Dragonaut. If you want to check them out, I'll leave this down in the description below. But simply, it's not really been changed. It's a 5-hit combo now instead of a 3-hit combo in the air. And basically, all the elements are the same, just some slight differences. And basically, it's just the same enemies, just retextured and reskinned. Not much to say. Gameplay-wise, it's actually very harder than the other games. I swear, see these dogs right here? These dogs right here? They are from hell itself. They just charge you over and over and over and over again. And they do not stop.
But Mr. Crustacean, you said the last game wasn't hard enough, so this is an added buff to the game.
No, it just makes the game 10,000 times harder and should not be in the game because I'm gonna pick off Oh, sorry for that, but anyway, Spyro falls asleep and he wakes up in a strange world with the Chronicler.
Let's at least get inside. It's dark out, man, and I don't like it. Hello? Anyone home? Yoo-hoo!
And then he learns the fire breath. Absolutely awesome. But anyways, we find Ignitus and he's fending off a bunch of ape ninjas, to be honest. Don't really know what they are, but oh well, apes. And then our favorite purple dragon shows up and... Oh wait, Ignitus has this one for me. Wow, you're actually being useful for once. But you just left? What? You just left me? To fight this bat thing you just left? You're useless. I hit them. But then we beat him and he says the most cliche line ever, you haven't seen the last of me. Because obviously at the end of the level we're gonna beat him again. And it's basically just gonna be the same difficulty, not even a boss.
I'm just gonna assume you said it was great meeting you and have a nice day. In which case we thank you.
Is everyone alright?
Yeah, sure, I'll be alright after you left us to die, you incomprehensible. But then the Ignitus looks into some sort of water well thing and he sees a tree. But then he sees Spyro right near it, so it makes us think, what is this tree and what does it mean? Basically nothing. And you're about to see it in a second. So then he sends Spyro off to the ancient grove at the end of the Silver River. And of course, Ignitus does nothing. He just sits there and says, I'll wait for your return. I hate you so much. So this is the ancient grove. Great creative activities going on here. The rivers are very colourful and the trees are very dark and gritty. I like this level a lot. Its design and overall dynamics are very cool, but it's just so annoying. And you're about to see it in a second. Are you serious? These guys again? The Hellhounds again? Like, go away. No one likes you. You're the most annoying animal or creature or enemy in this game. No one likes you. So once again, Spyro falls asleep and he wakes up in the world. And in this world, he learns the Ice Breath. The one thing I love about these tutorial levels on the elements is that you don't just go through them killing the enemies with the Ice Breaths and the secondary attacks. You use them to your advantage. You can use them to solve puzzles, some tricks, and all of that, because you actually have to do it in the game. So, for instance, if you had to cross the river, you had to freeze it by using your ice breath, and that's what you had to do in the game. So I like that they're actually using the elements to their advantage, and it's another great thing about this game. Unlike the last one, where it's just, you get hit by a bell, and you instantly get out of breath. It actually makes more sense that you get the elements. Because you jump in this portal thing and get the guys, but still not that clear how you get them. And the third one still isn't that clear, but oh well. And once again, we do the almighty fury attack with the Ice Breath. I'll let you watch. Absolutely awesome. Bunch of fights later, and we find the mystical chronicler. Or is it?
It's my turn to pass out. You're on your own, buddy.
Oh, brother.
So it turns out that the mystical tree was actually a monster disguised as one, and he's called Oberic, and his boss battle is very hard. Basically, the objective of it is to hit every part of his body, including the head, his hands, his feet, and his body. Every bit of his body, and within a certain time limit. So if you were to light one bit, it will go off. So you had to light every bit within a certain time period. But if you don't, his health regenerates, and you have to do it all over again. As you can see here, he spins around and he sends fireballs all over it. That means that his health was restored, and he had to restart all over again. But this boss battle has actually 2 levels of it. So the next one is he climbs up on the ground, and your objective, it's basically the same thing. You have to dodge his feet, and I think his feet can do 1 hit, and it kills you. So yeah, just shoot his feet and shoot some bit of his body, and you'll defeat him okay. Not that hard as the other ones that are coming up soon, but very challenging to people who have never played the Spyro game before. So yeah, I love this boss battle. But then Spyro is actually captured by the pirates, and it turns out that Arbok is going to be the main attraction at their fighting tournament. And guess who's going to replace him? Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, or Goku? Guess now. Right, have you finished guessing? Well, you were correct!
Boo! You suck!
But anyways, after that, they decided to invite him on this
What do you
ship.
mean by that?
Well, not really invite, but more to battle people. And yes, we get more concept art, and that's a bit brutal. In a Spyro game with a lovable little purple dragon? That's a bit brutal, that's just beating him. But anyways, after that very brutal scene, we get to see our first boss battle out of the three that we're about to encounter. These two are called the Blundertails. Basically, they are crabs controlled by the apes. Basically, all you have to do is do a charge attack, throw them up in the air, hit them a couple times until they lay flat on the ground, squish them, and pretty much that's it. The second one is called the Savage Rider, and it's basically just a reskin from the train boss battle from the last game. And for one reason only, I hate this boss battle. It has made me rage since I was so young, like 5, like 7 or 8, I don't know. But this boss battle is extremely hard if you do not know what you're doing. Even if you know what you're doing, it is impossible. Basically, it's the same as the last one. You have to wait till it goes into a wall and then you hit the back of it so you can hit the ape. And basically what you have to do is dodge the projectiles and land a couple of hits on the way. But for one main reason, it made me do this. The third and last opponent is the Executioner. Basically the exact same boss battle from the last game, and you had to rescue Botier, I think? Basically, just the same. Just stay in the air, dodge his attacks, and basically just be fine. Also, you learn the Earth Breath. Basically just the same thing, you do a Fury attack, you do some moves. Same old, same old. Once beaten, they decide to bring out the other boss battle. Cinder. You don't even get the fight with her. Cutscene happens, she gets carried away, and basically that's it. This might not be the best game, but you have to admit the cutscene is flipping awesome.
I told you she was evil. Look, my eye's twitching again.
Just like old times, huh, Spyro?
Cinder, I'm not going to fight you.
Relax. I'm just trying to put on a show for the crowd while we figure out what to do.
Don't trust her. She wants to eat me.
What's happening?
I want out. I want out. I want in. I want in.
Get away from me! Help!
Cinder! Spyro, this way. There's an opening.
So level 3 starts, and this is the most annoying level and the worst level in the game. The pirate ship level. Basically, you go around in an entire circle with brown walls everywhere and no different textures whatsoever, defeating the exact same guys, solving a few puzzles which are very easy to be honest, and just circling around until you're back at the beginning, and then you go up and round, and so after seeing the exact same walls over and over and over again and defeating the exact same guys over and over again, you get to fight the boss. But this isn't just any normal boss, you have to defeat 2 of him. So this is the first stage, and it's easy as hell. And then you have to go through about 20 million ships just to get to the second one. This makes me want. So after that painful boss battle, he just flies away. Somehow. He's an ape, how the flip does he fly? Anyways, this is the worst part of the game. You jump from ship to ship, battling the exact same enemies over and over and over, jumping from ship to another ship, to another ship, to another ship. There's literally nothing to talk about here, it's the exact same thing, battling enemies, that's it. No variety whatsoever.
And then you finally get to the last boss battle in this level. But there was one real problem. He's too easy. Just stay in the air and he can't even hit you. That seems to be a reoccurring theme in all these boss battles. Just stay in the air and they cannot hit you. You just hit them over and over and over until they die and you hear that victory sound. And then after that really easy boss battle, Spyro passes out the game. Trust me, that's part of the game. Then after that, you wake up and you actually are learning the electric breath. It's basically the exact same level as the last one on the tutorial levels for the elements. Nothing to say here, but at least you got a disco party. And then after, we get some information on what Cinder's doing.
Okay, I've completed your test. What do I do next? How can I find you? Are you there? Great. Maybe I'll just take a peek.
Returns.
You can't go through with this, Gaul.
Nothing can prevent this. We are merely here to welcome our master back into the realm and join him at his side. But fear not, Cinder. You've been such a faithful servant. I'm sure he'll take you back. And if not, you will have the honor of being the first to perish by his hand. Long have we waited, long have we suffered, but soon our master will return, and his...
Right, so here's the reason why I actually do not like Gaul's character. In the last game, Cinder was put out to be this very mystical dragon that no one really knows about, until you, at the end of the game you actually get to see her. But throughout this game you get to see him almost every time. It's the suspension that builds up in the last game, which is what made it good. But in this one, you get him seen right out the bat, and it's just like, really? Even in the next game, the Dark Master, throughout the two games, you never get to see him. Even in the third one, you don't get to see him to the end.
And we shall have our revenge.
So after that exposition dump, we get to learn that Spyro actually waked up in the Crystal Caves, right where the Chronicler is. How convenient! I've actually noticed a lot of things surrounding the story is plagued by coincidences. Cinder coincidentally leaves right when the apes attack, Ignitus coincidentally knows where the tree is, and Cinder is coincidentally on the ship with Spyro, and coincidentally gets carried away. I mean, there's one thing I hear about the game, it's just based on finding this mystical tree that the Chronicler is talking about, and even when you do find him, you don't do anything with him. He just says, you should stay here and live with me. But you don't have to. You just leave and go fight Gaul. One thing I really do like about this, however, is the characters. You feel drawn to them. You feel like they're in a lot of dread. And when they do get in trouble, you feel it. You know that they're in trouble. And anyways, back to the story. So this is the Crystal Caves. This level shares a lot of similarity to the previous levels. Well, at least the ones before the ship level. It has a dark, gritty mood, it's very colourful, and it's at a medium difficulty. Unlike the last ones which basically had veteran difficulty on it. Then you fight through an onslaught of enemies, and then you reach this room. I call it the Elemental Room, and basically it consists of 4 mini bosses, each with its own element that you have to use against it. Each level consists of its own enemies and its own puzzles to make it harder. Oh yeah, this looks similar. It's the Executioner. It's literally just the Executioner with a different skin texture. And it's the same boss over and over again. But there's a twist. You can only use the element that it is holding against it. Wow. You couldn't have come up with anything else, Sierra? Wow. Then they talk some Jabba Jabba and... Oh, hey Cinder. Literally, it's just Cinder. With a different skin texture. I swear to God, every boss battle in this game is a retextured model and boss from the previous game. I'm not even joking. I mean, it's literally Cinder. It's the exact same model. With the spikes and the wings, it's literally just the same. Well, I'm disappointed, aren't I? I might as well just say how to defeat her. Basically, each minute it changes colour, and that depends on what element it is. So if it changes green, you use the Earthworm. Because that just takes so much thinking, doesn't it? And basically, you just keep hitting her until she dies and you win. And then this happens.
This is incredible. The entire history of the dragon race. It looks like it's all here.
The records in this hall date back to the beginning of time. Nearly.
The Chronicler.
Yes, Spyro, it is I. And I've been waiting for you. It was a necessary evil. I had to be sure, Spyro. I haven't had any visitors in my solitude for over 1,000 years. You've seen this hideous creature before.
Why is he in my book?
It was Gaul who led the raid on the temple the night of your birth, when Ignitus rescued your egg.
And when they took Cinders.
Yes. That was most unfortunate. Spyro, you must understand, when she was taken by Gaul, she was poisoned and corrupted, made to do the Dark Master's bidding. Her entire life has been spent in shadow. She knows no other way. And when the Dark Master returns, she will concede. No one can resist the temptation. Not even the strongest among. There was once a dragon, long ago, whose raw power was far greater than anyone had ever seen or could imagine. At first he mastered fire, which was odd because he was not a fire dragon. Then came ice and wind, and other abilities none thought possible. Is this story sounding familiar?
It was a purple dragon. Like me.
The first purple dragon. In the beginning he was encouraged, and secrets of elemental mastery were passed on to him willingly by the elders. But his power was limitless. It knew no boundary. He consumed everything. Yes, and in his dark seclusion, the sheer weight of his malice cracked the very foundation of the mountain, splitting the earth, creating a pit of despair, where the lost souls of this world could reside.
The Well of Souls.
Created by the very beast who now seeks to escape it.
And from there, we learned that there was actually another purple dragon before Spyro. Well, at least that's what they say. In the later game, it's not that way. He then argues about taking his own path, and that's right. You shouldn't let anyone choose a path for you. You should choose a path for yourself. And so he decides to go to God and face him for once and for all, and end this horrible night.
Sparks, you don't need to come with me. I won't think less of you if you stay behind.
No way! And miss the opportunity to live out my worst nightmares?
So welcome to the last level in the game, Gaul Mountain. This level is, how should I put it, annoying. It's not as bad as Cinder's level in the beginning. It's not as tedious, but it's hella hard. You have to beat 2 medium bosses and 1 boss, and even when you do defeat the 2 medium bosses, they turn into skeletons on 1 life bar. Bruh. How is anyone supposed to do that? Even if you have full health, you're bound to die at one point. I had to try this 5 times before I could finally do this. And even when you get out, you're blinded. The snow, you just can't see through it. You literally can't see through it. It's like looking at a brick wall. You can't see anything through it. But at least the level has a very intuitive design. It has good platforming, and it's not as annoying as the previous levels. It's dark, gritty, And it's just about at the right level of difficulty. Well, except for that bit.
Bruh.
So here you go. The last stretch of the game. We've almost completed. This is the last boss battle of the game. Let's go.
Where are we? The better question is, what's that smell?
The purple well-played. It's fitting that you should be here tonight, as we bear witness to the dawn of a new age, and the failure of your pathetic race of dragons.
I wouldn't miss it, doll.
Then please, have a seat. Foolish dragon, you are no match.
I've made it this far, haven't I?
Yes, you have been quite elusive. Had I but known that all it would take would be your miserable amity for Cinder.
What's amity?
How tragic, really, that she should be the one to destroy you.
Ah! The nightmare never ends!
You don't need to do this, Cinder.
Just like old times, huh, Spyro? Same as last time. Line me up with a staff.
This isn't over. Don't touch him. The whelpling is mine.
So this is it, the last boss battle of the game. Basically, all you have to do is keep hitting him over and over and over again with your elements until he's ready and done. And then the next boss battle comes, but on the first one, he uses his swords to slam into the ground, sending a shockwave that can actually kill you in one hit, I think. If he hits you directly, that can also kill you in one hit. So, really be careful. But this boss battle is intense. It has your heart in your mouth, and every step of the way, this guy is not easy to defeat. Here we go, the last segment of the boss battle, and it's intense as hell. Spyro turns into Dark Spyro, an evil inner demon of his, and he turns very evil, I think. Basically, he has this element that it's basically unlimited, and it shoots this weird purple ore that somehow slows down Gaul and kills him instantly, basically. Basically, you just run around in circles and bring him down bit by bit until you hear that sweet, sweet victory sound. And this happens.
What are you waiting for, dragon? Finish me! Coward!
So, what is there to say about this game? Well, from playing it again, I can see why people hate it. I didn't really enjoy my playthrough this time. I felt that it dragged on for too long, especially the ship level. And every enemy was very, I will say, this game was more creative than the last one. I will say that. The Chronicle is a very interesting character, and Gaul was a very good villain. Better than the last one, I think, which was Cinder. But out of everything, I think this game deserves a 7.5 out of 10. That's all I can give it, because playing this game when I was young, it brings back memories to parts of my life when I was very young. So yeah, this game is very close to my heart, and I will never forget you, Spyro at the Eternal Night. And now I will leave you with the ending scene to the game. Thank you all for watching. I've been Station Players. I'm signing off. Goodbye. Thank you.
Come on, now's our chance!
Just go.
Get up, Spyro! We're not leaving without you!
Usually, I would say ignore her, but she's making sense this time.
Oh no, we're trapped.
Ride out this storm and live to fight another day.
Get close to me, now!
Young dragon, all our hope now lies with you. When you wake up, it will be a different world. But know this, you are not alone. You have allies.